Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Wednesday, so it's Buyers Guide time. If you missed it, I did cover pretty much all of the clearance specials last week. I did a full video for that, so week 9's guide is literally the clearance specials end to end. It's not even a top 10, it's like more of a candid thing. Some of them are sold out already. There has been a few more additions, but I didn't feel like doing another thing just on that. So we're going back to the traditional top 10 today. I do ask you just to have a little bit of patience with me. I might not be my normal exuberant self, as I'm just a little bit under the weather today. Diving straight into the top 10 at number 10, it's more of a GT64 controller goodness. If you don't know about this thing, it's kind of sick. It's basically a PS4 controller at like almost a third of the price. 1 year warranty on it as well, the battery life, everything, literally everything. I mean, literally everything is basically the same as the PS4. Even the touch sensitive area on top here is a full touchpad. It actually works quite well. The pass-through also works. The docking even works. If you need to see more, check out the review. But basically, it's a PS4 fully compatible PS4 controller. If you've got a Bluetooth dongle, you can emulate the same way that you would for a PS, and then you'll be able to use it wirelessly like that. Otherwise, this has got a USB Type-C pass-through, a normal micro at least. You can connect to there and then into the PC. At number 2, it's something for the streamer fam. It's a great capture card. This is really only if you have a 2 PC setup, honestly, but then it's really good to have because then you take all of that load off of your main PC and you're going to capture absolutely lossless on this at 1080p 60 FPS. It is very, very good, very lossless. We use them extensively on eSports, so if you need an example of those cards in practice, we use the 4K 60 Pro and the 4K 60 Mark IIs. So they basically like just better versions of this, but the effect is basically exactly the same. So if you want to see what that will look like for your stream, then all of those VODs and stuff are available on YouTube. At number 8, we got the Power with a 750 watt bronze. It's fully modular. This and the 550 that's on clearance at the moment are the ones I would steer you towards. This is if you've got a little bit of a beefier GPU. That's really what draws a lot of current these days. Most processors, TDP, especially in the mid-range, is like up to 130 watts, so that's not really hectic. They'll probably max out at about 170, 180 in most cases. Your GPU, on the other hand, can be like a 300, 350 watt monster. So if you've got a 3070 Ti Plus and you want to power it and not have to replace your power supply soon, this is a good way to do it. 5-year local warranty, and it should last past that. At number 7 is the Arozzi Toretta. It's literally the chair I'm sitting in right now. I've had mine now for what must be over a year. There is a full review on YouTube if you do want to see it. But basically, it's the default setup. It is quite wide as well, which is nice. So shoulders and stuff, you can be quite a broad gentleman, and you should still fit in here quite comfortably. I'm a 184 centimeter for reference, and I fit very comfortably in this chair. 3,500 rand for this. Already at 4,000 rand, it was already very strong. These things just don't get enough love. They are very, very good quality. Running at the top half, number 6, it's the best bang for buck wireless headset you can buy in South Africa, pretty much. Bluetooth and 2.4 gigahertz, comes with its own little dongle. What more could you ask for, except that the battery life is everything it says it will be. The audio quality is actually really, really good for what it is. They are quite small as well, so comfort and lightness and fatigue from wearing them is super, super low. Even on my Easter Island fat boy head, it was still actually pretty damn comfortable. I sat with these on and played with them for a very long time. The only caveat on this, the only drawback really, is the microphone. It's a chat microphone. It's not going to launch your idle singing career. Just understand that. And just ahead of that at number 5, it's for me the best wireless headset you can buy. Yes, it's a PlayStation specific headset, but hear me out. This thing comes with a Type-C dongle with some of the best wireless performance I've ever gotten. Literally like 20 meters through walls. It doesn't care. I could plug this sucker in and walk around the entire house just about. Okay, not the far end, because it's like now you get into like 40, 50 meters through multiple walls and stuff. Sure, it starts cutting out, but the area around me, there was no problems. Up to like, I'm not even kidding you, up to like 20 minutes. Then the battery life was actually better than 24 hours. I got, I think, to about 30 odd when I did the review for this. The audio quality is exactly what I was expecting for a wireless headset at this kind of price range, but that seamless crossover that it has with the Type-C dongle, because then I could take that and put that into my phone and then it seamlessly worked from there, even to the point it was transferring my Spotify song across platforms, the exact point that I was even pausing and playing at. Blew my mind. Like, this out of all of the headphones that I've tested, which is comprehensive now, if you go, I've actually put stuff into playlists for you, so you can quick search, got you back. If you go into that section, you'll notice audio is quite comprehensive. Out of all of them, out of every single one I've tested, this is the best. This is the best wireless headset. For the purpose of wireless and good battery life, there is no better headset than the Arctis 7P. And staying with SteelSeries at number 4, it's their rival 3. The TrueMove Air sensor is absolutely fantastic. This does take batteries. It's about the only drawback. But for 650 Rand, 400 IPS 40G acceleration and wireless for 650 Rand. There is no better priced mouse on the entire store right now. I love this and the Prime like a lot. Okay, I've got like small, like I go to sleep and I dream of a Prime Plus being on my desk the next day, and I daily drive a Sensei 10, so I'm already on the sensor. Yeah, the lightness and the weight and the things of this, it's 650 Rand. What? With the bronze medal for this week, it's Adata XPG. It's a Gen 3 NVMe, but it's extremely well spec'd. On paper, there is no better price versus performance SSD on the entire Evetech store right now. Pretty much. Well, not even pretty much. It really is like that, because they've done a SLC caching and a DRAM cache, which is very nice to have. It makes small file handling quite a lot faster. And then they've got like enough IOPS to build like a whole nother 512 gig drive, because look at that. Look how many they're stacking onto that chip. It's actually really well spec'd. 3,500 is pretty much the limit of Gen 3 NVMe. As I've been testing and stuff with the newer stuff, that's pretty much the max out limit. And the write is respectable at 2,300. It is pretty good. Backed up by a 5-year local warranty. It's very well spec'd. This drive is looking, on paper, there's nothing better. And number 2, it's a great budget RAM kit upgrade. It's not CL16, I know, but 3200 CL18 is still pretty damn good. If you're sitting on 2666 right now, you could probably sell a 16 2x8 gig kit of that for like $800 and then put in another 700 and get these instead. And that would be, without even trying, you could probably sell the 2666 kit a little bit more expensive. But then you're going to be on the 3200 MHz life, and especially if you're AMD based, that's going to be quite a nice performance jump. If you were to combo these with the other Vengeance at CL16, it probably won't work because the timings and stuff are just going to be all out of whack. I would say if you are going to do 32 gig with this, you should do it all at once maybe. But yeah, that timing is really the only caveat on that. Everything else though, price versus performance, limited lifetime warranty, so if you don't physically damage the product, they'll probably refund or swap you out. So yeah, it's strong, it's solid. And finally, the number 1 spot for this week, it's a Z590 Plus upgrade kits. This one keeps jumping out at me because it's got Gen 4 NVMe. Great. Look how much NVMe space there is. 1 and then another 2 down over here. Sick. Because it's tough, they've also done a 14+2. So if you want to upgrade to an 11900K, which is still one of the best gaming processors around, you can quite comfortably. It will run very well. The 11400F as well. Honestly, a 3400 Rand cooler is going to keep this thing at 65 degrees or less forever. It will not matter what you do to it. It just doesn't create heat. These things are fantastic for that. And then you get that backed up on the clev. It's 3600 CL18. So nice, aggressive, tight timings, 3600 megahertz speed, like really good memory. You could, well, basically the board and the memory, you're not going to have to look at ever again. The 11400F to obviously a K series chip, of course, there's going to be performance enhancement, especially if you can overclock and you put like a decent water cooler on it. But this base platform for 7.5 grand with the processor is kind of like, what? It's dirt cheap. Anyway, that is all I have for you in the buyer's guide this week. I'm finishing up a piece on DDR4 versus DDR5. MSI supplied me with one of their DDR4 Z690 boards, so I'm doing some benchmarking and stuff on that. I've basically finished everything for the DDR5 on the test bench platform and everything, so I've just got to swap out those boards and finish. I would have had that ready for you this week, except my designer needs power to make bar graphs, and I really want to make like a really good piece on that for you, like, and give us as good data as I can, so it's something that you can look at in the future when you are considering between the two platforms. And then I'm busy finishing up Razer's new data, which I actually really have been enjoying. It's their new Hyperspeed, which does use battery, but it's got like a dual battery system, which I'm just going to flash you quickly, which is super cool. And they've also put the let me just open it up properly. And they've also put the DPI switch on the top over there, but you can see it's got like space for AAA or a normal AA, which is like the first time I've ever seen something like that. So, and the sensor and everything, it's been great. It's going to get a very good review, so I'm going to say. But that'll be out in the next few days, and then next week I'll give you that DDR4 versus DDR5 piece, and then from there we're going to be doing a sleigh build for you, because you guys have asked for that on the channel as well. So if there's anything you want to see reviewed, absolutely anything, just let me know in the comments down below, and we'll see if we can make it happen. Until next time, stay safe, keep well, and I will see you on the flip side.